And welcome back to Eyewitness Newsmakers from your locally election headquarters. Andy Mahalchik, along with my co-host and producer, Jane Ann Bugda. Our guest in this segment is Republican incumbent state representative in the 116th District, Tara Toohill. Ms. Toohill, thank you for being with us today. And let me start with the first question. Tell folks a little bit about yourself and why you decided to run for re-election.
Okay, thank you so much. Thanks, Jane Ann, and thank you, Andy, for having me. I've been very honored to serve the 116th Legislative District, and I am running for office again. It is something that I do not take for granted every day, that I am able to hear from constituents and try to have a positive impact on their lives, as well as change laws when they need to be changed. So I've been a very effective legislator with constituent service in the district, as well as getting laws passed by both Democrat governors as well as Republican governors.
And Representative Toohill, the reason we're here today is to learn more about your efforts to seek re-election. So tell us a little bit about your top priorities of your campaign.
So we have always worked on property tax relief. That's been a big item for the 116th, for the greater Hazleton area, and for Luzerne County. And some other parts of the state don't see it that way, but it is something every time I can vote for reductions and rebates in taxes for my constituents, I have done so. And a lot of that has gotten sidelined during the pandemic. So right now, everything I've been doing since March has been pandemic related and about a pandemic response in keeping Pennsylvania families safe and protecting our seniors in nursing homes. So basically everything that we've been doing currently right now, our office works on unemployment claims. The government has closed a lot of offices. We have a lot of federal congressmen that have closed offices. We have unemployment offices, labor and industry that are closed in Pennsylvania. And so my office has stayed open. And right now, currently, because of the economic depression, because of the lack of people going back to work or being scared to go back to work, we have been dealing with a tremendous amount, in the thousands, of unemployment claims. And we are one of the only offices that answers the phone and is able to help people. So state representatives across Pennsylvania and state senators have really been saddled with dealing with a lot of that bureaucratic work that was normally done by state offices.
Representative Toohill, how has the state handled COVID-19? What's your assessment of it, and would you do anything differently or moving forward?
Absolutely. So from the get-go in March, I sounded the alarm about seniors in nursing homes and personal care homes, and that has been grossly mismanaged by our government. So that's the first item. Allowing sick, positive COVID-19 patients to get moved back into nursing homes was a threat, and it cost lives. And that is absolutely something, if I was governor, I would have not done that. And I sounded the alarm on that. We have worked for transparency and answers from Secretary Levine on that. And we know she moved her own mother out. And many of our families here have been trapped and unable to move family members or make a decision like that. Also, the complete closure of Pennsylvania businesses has created an economic catastrophe. And so I've disagreed with that from the governor. So in my district, we have a large amount of corporations, big industrial parks. Those remained open while mom and pops were closed. So big box corporations, industrial parks with thousands of workers having to work on top of each other while they were scared about the virus. That was something that I asked for the governor to come in and help us and stop, and he would not. And also the fact that large grocery stores, large big box stores, large garden centers, they were all allowed to be open. No one ever touched corporations during this time. And yet mom and pops, the small garden centers, the small grocery stores where you could have went shopping and been much safer and have less viral spread of COVID-19, those were actually closed. So this whole not touching the corporations and really attacking small business, closing small business, 70% of our small businesses are never going to reopen. Those are decisions that I would not have made, and they are decisions that I have fought against.
And Representative Toohill, how do we bring the state economy back and bring more jobs to the region now following the pandemic?
So we have to recover from this. Unemployment is at its highest. People are scared to go back right now to work. But safely, we are able to get out there. And if you do not have a pre-existing condition, or you are not afraid for a family member, you are able to wear a mask, socially distance, wash your hands, and sanitize. And these have all been really impactful ways of stopping the spread. And we have had success. So, this summer, while children were sheltered in their homes, for 7 long months, families have been sheltering at home. There's been a lack of exercise. There's been a lack of getting out, being able to play sports. All of those items, we can change the way that we do it. We can adapt to a new normalcy, but quarantining the healthy is not something that you're biologically or scientifically told to do by experts. And it's something we've done for 7 long months, and it's been above and beyond what has been asked of Pennsylvanians. And there have been severe impacts, and we can talk about that as well, the severe impacts socially and mentally on families right now in Pennsylvania. So number one, I have voted for increased PPE for frontline workers, healthcare workers. I have voted for increases in the millions to get small businesses back on their feet. And that's what we need right now. We need small businesses. That's the economic driver. And you go in, I voted actually to reopen bars and restaurants. The owners of these small businesses, this is their lifeblood that they have put all their blood, sweat, and tears into opening a restaurant, and they will do it safely. So right now, when you see in a restaurant that very few people will go out to eat, and then you see that the bar area is closed, that they won't even let people social distance there at the bar. You could pull a table up to the bar, but you can't sit at the bar. These broad brush decisions by big government have been really harmful, and I have voted to reverse them. I know if people are comfortable going out and they want to do it safely, I know we can trust our citizens, and we can also trust our business owners, and that's huge. Putting small business back to work is a huge part of our recovery here in Pennsylvania.
All right, Representative Toohill, we're running out of time. In about a minute, tell folks why they should re-elect you to the State House.
So thank you, Andy, and thank you for the viewers that are watching. I humbly am requesting your vote. It is my honor to be able to serve this community and change laws. I protect seniors, and I also fight for child protection. And during these dark COVID-19 times, child abuse has worsened, online predators have worsened, and those are items that I fight for. So they're not pretty things to talk about, but every single day I do fight for child protection, and I fight for justice for those children, as well as increased protections in our child welfare laws. So from cradle to grave, I fight for this community, for our youngest, and also our seniors, and I'm really proud to do it. And I'm thankful tonight that you were able to allow me to speak on these items. So thank you very much, and it's a pleasure.
All right, Representative Tara Toohill, incumbent in the 116th, Republican incumbent in the 116th district, running for re-election. Thank you for taking time out today, and we want to tell folks that we have your website linked up to pahomepage.com for more information on where you stand on the issues.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Andy and Jane Ann.
Thank you, and you're watching Newsmakers from your local election headquarters, and we will be back right after this.